Remember how I'm always talking to you about data cabling and learning a skill set to help you in IT? Well, today, I just want to show you just the equipment and a little bit about the patch panel. So this right here is the toner probe, and this right here is the Fluke Network one. I like their equipment, always used it for years when doing data cabling back in the day. I would use it, especially doing like cable runs and things like that, just testing the cable and make sure it works, and also to locate the cable if you're trying to find it in a rat's nest full of cables. Let me show you that patch panel. Watch this. So this is my home lab right here. I got a 48 port patch panel here, and down here I also got a 48 port switch, and it also has my gigabyte ports on the end right here. And the reason why I'm showing you this specifically is when you're using like the toner probe like this, you can basically turn it to make the sound of what you want, cable mapping and stuff, and you got the numbers up there. But what you also have here too is that you can put your probe on the other end that makes the sound. And when you make that sound, you take the IntelliTone probe and you basically go from port to port, and you, whichever sound makes the loudest sound is likely the one where your cable is at on the other end. So remember, the one at the end that makes the sound is on the other end, and you just go from port to port. Whichever one makes the loudest, that's how you know that you're on the right port. Then you take your cable and then you basically route that to where you need to your switch. And most of the time people will correlate the point on the patch panel, like number 10, to the port on the switch as well. It just depends on if your patch panel matches the amount of ports you have. Now, to me, networking is definitely more hands-on. It takes a lot more skill for you to actually learn it, but it's definitely doable. So anybody that's new coming into the space, you want to try something, you like getting your hands dirty, go ahead and give this a try. I'm willing to bet you won't be displeased. And two, getting into IT, I always like to let people know to follow the basics, learn how computers work, break one down, make sure you understand it, get into a little bit of networking, knowing how a network works, and then from that point, you will be fine. So I think everything will be pretty good. After that, it just depends on what part of the space that you want to get into. Now, yes, you'll learn a lot of things in school, but however, when you actually get out there and do the leg work, like I've got out there and ran cables in 14-foot ceilings and enjoyed it so much, definitely appreciate it. But definitely comment below, like, listen, subscribe to the channel. Talk to you soon.